Get ready for a quick quest guide for the Misthalin Mystery Quest, in which the main rewards for completing are 600 crafting experience, an Uncut Sapphire, Emerald and Ruby, and 1 quest point. There are no quest or skill level requirements for this quest, which was originally a Halloween event, and you won't need any items at the quest start either. I know, we love to see it. Now you can begin this quest just south of Lumbridge, nearby the fishing tutor in Lumbridge Swamp. To start the quest, talk to Abigail and then select yes to officially begin the quest before continuing through the chat, whereby you'll learn that she was attacked by an unknown figure at a nearby island. After the chat finishes, run a tad south and select to board the rowboat to travel to a haunted island. After arriving, run northwest to the fountain and choose to take the bucket besides it. And following this, run north for a little bit, which will eventually lead you into a cutscene whereby a partygoer called Sid is murdered by a masked killer. After the cutscene ends, use your empty bucket on the barrel of rainwater in front of you to empty the barrel, and then search the empty barrel to obtain a manor key. With the key now obtained, then run east to the front door of the manor and select to open the large door to head on inside. Immediately upon entering, you'll want to take the knife sitting atop the table inside, before going to the northwestern corner of the room and trying to open the door to the room with a blonde woman named Tayton inside. This will trigger another cutscene whereby the killer emerges from a closet and murders her, before dropping a note at the door and disappearing. After the cutscene finishes, select to take the note on the ground and then read it before closing the pop-up. Now go a tad south and then go into the long rectangle room to your west. Along the wall just north of the door that you entered through will be a painting. Use your knife on the painting to slash through it, and then search the painting to obtain a ruby key. Go back east to the manor's entrance room and then go east again through the door with the red doorknob, consuming the key as you go through it. In the southeastern corner of this room will be shelves with tinderboxes. Select to take a tinderbox from the shelves. Then use the tinderbox on the 4 unlit candles along the walls of the room, lighting them and drying out the room. Once all 4 candles are lit, use your tinderbox on the barrel with the fuse, and then once it's lit, exit north out of the room, whereby the barrel will then explode. Now return back into the room and climb over the damaged wall to your east. Once you're outside, run north and then run west. And as you run west, another cutscene will take place whereby the killer torments a woman named Lacey. Mid-cutscene, you'll be prompted to interrupt with an answer, and you can choose any option that you like. It won't matter, as sadly Lacey will be killed regardless, and the killer will then leave another note on the ground. Once the cutscene ends, take and then read the note before closing it. Then run east and a little south through the gap in the wall, where you'll find a large piano. Select play on the piano and then choose the notes D, E, A, and finally D to unlock a compartment. Now select to search the piano to obtain an emerald key. Now head outside and then run south to the damaged wall that you previously blew up before then climbing over it. And once you're back inside the manor, go west back to the manor's entrance room. Then choose to open the northwestern door within the room that has a green doorknob, with your key being consumed as you travel through it. Now attempt to open the door to your northwest that has a god sword and a woman named Mandy inside to start up another cutscene. Here Mandy hears noises and heads outside to check it out without taking the weapon with her, and of course she's then murdered before you're left another note. After the cutscene ends, take and read the note left on the floor beneath you before closing the pop-up. Now go back to the southeastern room in the manor, the one that you blew up the wall in, and once there, go into the room to your north that features an unlit fireplace on the eastern wall. Use your knife on this fireplace to uncover a secret panel. Then search the fireplace to open a gemstone switch panel. Select Sapphire first, then Diamond, then Zenite, then Emerald, then Onyx, and finally Ruby to unlock the compartment. And following this, search the fireplace to obtain a Sapphire key. Key in hand, go to the most southwestern room in the manor and then select to open the door with the blue doorknob, prompting another cutscene whereby you'll come face to face with the killer. When the cutscene ends, you'll then need to beat the killer at their own game. They will hide in the wardrobes around the room and throw knives. You'll know which wardrobe the knife will come from next because a shadow will appear around it. Before the knife is thrown, push the mirror so that it faces the wardrobe, and then when the knife is thrown, it will hit the mirror and bounce back to the wardrobe and damage the killer. There's no rush to get this right and no penalty for missing knives, but after you've successfully returned 3 knives back to damage the killer, another cutscene will then begin. In this cutscene, the killer unmasks themselves and is revealed to be none other than Abigail. You'll also find out that she's literally bonkers. But, you know, love that for her. Another killer named Huey will then emerge and the pair will fight over who will be the star before Abigail kills Huey. I told you she was bonkers. After the cutscene ends, take the killer's knife on the ground and then wield it before selecting to fight Abigail, hurting her in the process. Now attempt to exit the room, and as you do this, another cutscene will take place where Abigail comes for you again. However, Mandy, who is surprisingly still alive, comes to your rescue with the Bandos Godsword and finishes off Abigail. After the cutscene ends, exit out of the manor and chat to Mandy. And after a little bit of dialogue, bam, quest complete. You'll be awarded 600 crafting experience, an uncut sapphire, emerald and ruby, and 1 quest point. Thanks so much for watching, catch you in the next quest!